countdown.
Tahniah! Siaran langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia. Sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Siaran langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Good evening and hi to all teachers, parents and the wonderful students. Okay, welcome to Pusat Tuisyen Academy YouTuber, a joint venture with e-didik Malaysia and Kelab Guru Malaysia with hashtag bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Okay, before we proceed, let's begin our session with the recitation of Kitab Al-Fatihah, and for the non-Muslim, please recite your prayers according to your religion. Okay, so how is everyone doing today? My prayer that everyone is in the best of health and ready to proceed with today's class. Let me introduce myself first. I am Madam Rosmaya as your moderator for today. I'm a Form 6 Physics teacher at SMJKU Hua Kajang, Selangor. And together with us is Teacher Zanaria, our host controller. Okay.
Hi. Hi.
Okay. Is a retired teacher from SMK Tunku Ampuan Durrah Negeri Sembilan. And our observer are not here.
She's here.
Okay, our observer is Teacher Non. Okay, Teacher Non from College Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan. Hi Teacher Non. Okay, so their job is to ensure our today's session running smoothly. Okay. And the most important person today is our presenter, okay, Teacher In. Okay. She is a very experienced teacher from College Tingkatan 6 Tapah Perak. So let us give a warm welcome to our presenter. Okay, for the record, we are now live on Teacher In channel. So as a sign of support to Teacher In for the hard work in preparing today's lesson, please subscribe her channel. Okay, not forgetting also to Teacher Zanaria and Teacher Non channel too.
Okay, subscribe please.
Okay. As usual, the lesson will last approximately 1 hour. The certificate link and the credit claim link will be given at the end of this session. And remember that you can only use email e-didik to claim the certificate. Okay. So for credit claim, you need to collect the 1 letter and 4-digit codes, which will be announced separately during our class today. So be sure to follow the class up until the end to get the complete code for the credit claim. Okay, I would also to remind students to use appropriate language and also use appropriate profile picture if you wish to post comments in the chat box. I'm pretty sure all of the students here are excellent students who will uphold a positive classroom environment, and please give your full cooperation in making this class a lively one. Okay, stay focused, and if you have any questions, please write on the chat box and Teacher Im will try to provide you with the answers.
Yes.
Before I give Teacher Im to present for her presentation, I announce the first digit code for credit claim. Okay, the digit is letter A, number 4. Okay, letter A, number 4. So without further ado, please welcome Teacher Im to start her presentation.
Hi everyone. Well, let's start. We have a free tuition class every Saturday 5 p.m. and welcome to my channel. So we support Academy YouTuber, a place where all teachers combine energy to serve you and help you score better in all your exams. Okay, of course, all your brothers and sisters too. Right, we have a lot of, if you go to my channel, we have actually got a lot of playlists. Okay, and in each playlist, I already categorize all the playlists. We have a combination, and we have a playlist of only math subject and so on, right? And all these details in the playlist, all the videos in the playlist are created by all these wonderful teachers. We have teacher from economy and accounts teachers, hosted by Puan Madam Fizi, right? And then we have the physics team. The leader is Puan Rosmaya up there, right? So she has a wonderful, and then Cikgu Non is also with us today. From her team, Cikgu Non is also with her today. She went off down already. So Cikgu Non, and also we have the biology graph led by Cikgu Faiza. All right, and not forgetting the chemistry team led by Cikgu Shannon, and of course my maths team. Okay, and I hope all these teachers can help you score better in your Stpm. Like continuous from 2 weeks ago. Okay, last week it was Cikgu Zana doing the SEM 1 paper. So today we are still going to continue with differential equation, and also the last one. Next week I will be moving on to another one, which is Maclaurin's. Should be Maclaurin's. Not next week, next week. Okay, for SEM 2. Next week will be SEM 1 with Cikgu Zana. Cikgu Zana, want to introduce what you want to teach next week? Mike, the mic.
Graphing simple function
Yeah,
by
graphing
transformation,
simple.
using transformation.
So those who are taking a repeat paper, you can join Cikgu Zana's class. Okay, so today I already talked about integration factor in my video, and already talked about simple rules for differential equations in some old videos. So last 2 weeks we talked about transformation by substituting, or the homogeneous one. And this week, I'm going to concentrate more to solving problems, okay? And solving problems seems to be the favorite. Look at all these marks that they have for section B. Most of the time, they will talk about solving problems, okay? Most of the time, they will talk about solving problem for all these section B question. So that's what I'm going to talk about today, right? So let's carry on. Okay, so the first question that I'm going to talk about, and before that, I just want to run through a very brief one. Okay, most of the time for solving problem, they will give you stories. Okay, and the type of stories that come out from there depends on the situation they give. They can give you stories about physics, bio, anything that they can find, because differential equation are used to model a lot of things in our real life world. Okay, a lot of things involve differential equation. So whenever you receive this type of question, it is very important for you to read it at least twice. Okay, at least twice. If you can, do 3 times. If you have speed reading power, go for 3 times. Because in the question, they can give you a lot of information. And later, I will give you a few types. Actually, I gave you all 6 questions. For those who have not taken the PDF, okay? For those who have not taken the PDF, I will repeat the PDF link in the chat box again for those who just came in. And I also already pinned the PDF my Google Drive in the chat box and also in the description box. You can get it from there. Okay, so whenever you get it, the question, not only you need to decide what equation to use. Like for this question, well, the equation is given to you, so fine. Number 2, you need to decide what are the information that they gave you. Okay, so like for this question, it is wonderful. Equation is given. informations are all there. So you just take the information and you create the final particular solution or the equation that you need to solve and answer the question. And most of the time, the question will come with a simple question. Like for example, in this question, hence means they want you to use the answer, find the time taken for its temperature to reach 35 Celsius. So they actually gave you a simple question to answer to make the question perfectly 15 marks, okay? Because it comes out in section B. And then you also need to be very careful when you get the question already. You have also, after you got the equation, and like for this question, you will rearrange the question because you know this is differential equation. Okay, but of course, inside the story, they never mention that this question belongs to differential equation. Sometimes they have, but sometimes they don't. So when you get the equations, just look. The main one is d theta. So we want to arrange all the thetas on the left-hand side and all the numbers or unknown on the right-hand side. In this question, you do not need to let anything. Why? Because inside the question, everything is mentioned for you. For example, the temperature is theta, the time is t is the time, is mentioned inside the question, and m is the constant. Everything is mentioned. Nothing is you need to let. Okay, if you know already, your teacher say if they didn't mention it inside the question, you have to use the word let it be something. Okay, the unknown, you need to tell the examiner what you unknown or what representative you use for the question. If not, your question is meaningless to the examiner. Okay, so one of the thing that you need to take note. Okay, if you didn't represent, they might minus you marks from the question. Okay, so once we get into the question, and then you will try to integrate. I'm not going to go through what we need to do, but once you reach this step, means after you arrange, you look at this, they give you d theta over dt. So you will set in d theta. So the theta should be on the left-hand side and the t should be on the right-hand side. So after you rearrange, you need to decide what integration is this. Okay, what integration that you need to use to solve the problem. Okay, so according to this question, well, as you see, the integration is very obviously is using the ln formula. Okay, you integrate by using the ln formula. So there you will set in all your information. So you will put ln. Don't forget the modulus for the ln because we are playing with numbers this time. So when we put in numbers, it might get a negative. So you have to deal with that also. Okay, so using the differential equation method, you will set in the ln. Okay, everybody can hear me loud and clear? Can you all hear me loud and clear? If yes, please tell me. Okay, so after you have already got the ln set in, okay, means you have already solved the differential equation like what I teach you all previously. Okay, you already set in the differential equation and set it in nicely. Very good. Right? Thank you so much for responding. Right. Yes, once you already set in all the information, you will take the details. So it is given. This question, you are lucky. It is given. Okay, all the details are given. Theta equals to 80, t equals to 0. Everything is given. So if it is given, then wonderful. You just take the details, you put it in the theta, you put it in the t here. Okay, so you put it in and then you try to calculate the c after you integrate the c. Okay, like what I told you previously, the c only for one side. Okay, you don't put plus c for the left hand side. Right, once you get it done, you will get your C, and then you need to put it back into the equation. Okay, and then you see, okay, I still have another unknown. And of course, in this question, you are super, super lucky. Information are given. So you take the information and you fill it again. You substitute again into the data that you need. Okay, so you will take this and you will substitute in. All right, I'm going to move on to the next slide. Right. So now that I already have all this ready, the information are ready, then I substitute in. I substitute it in and then I will try to create. Okay. Then when you reach until here, you have to make decision again. You have to make decision again. Are you going to press calculator and get the information from here? Because this ln 2/3, you can press calculator here. Also, you can press calculator. So the decision will be made by referring to what is needed in the question. So we'll see inside the question, 55 still maintain, 25 still maintain, and you have to find that 25. You don't see any 25 here. And then negative t/3 still maintain. So every details are there. So you need to decide, okay, in this question, I cannot press calculator because inside my equation, all are solid values. Okay, so if I press calculator, I might get decimal places. If inside here, I have decimal places and don't have fraction, maybe I have to decide I have to press calculator. So for application question like this, you have to do a lot of decision. Okay, and your decision, each step, whatever you decide to do inside the question, each step, the decision is very important. If you decide wrongly, your answer might get different from what is needed inside the question. Okay, so let's see what I need to do. So I have already decided that I need to take this one, use the properties of ln and make it into division. Okay, my decision is that. Okay, so from here, I can press calculator. Voila, I get 2/3. You can try. You can try. Using your calculator, you press and then you will get 2/3. I hope you have your pen, pencil, and your calculator with you. Okay. And of course, the answer, because I gave this PDF quite early. I also hope that you have the answer for your question. Right. So once you reach here, voila, I can get my answer already. So my M, see, my 1/3 came out. All right, my 1/3 came out for the part for the showing. So I will get something like this. So the 1/3 is already there. Then I have to make decision again. It is still not in the format of the question that I want. I have theta minus 25. My 25 is over there. All right. So now I have to decide again what I need to do. Okay. Then I will move on. I will bring this ln over to the left-hand side and I maintain this negative over here. Okay, so that's when I say look at the answer given inside the question. They ask you to prove something. You have to really maintain what you want. So I maintain this negative t/3. See, I maintain the negative t/3 and I just bring this ln over. All right, then I have to settle this part. Again, I'm going to use the properties. Minus is divide, so I will put in the properties and then I will bring this ln over to create this exponent. Okay, to create that exponent over there. And voila. Okay, the exponent is out. Okay, the exponent is already there. So I hope you share my link to all your friends. Okay, there is not many online, so I hope you all share to all your friends and tell me Teacher Im is teaching differential equation. Okay, now please join. All right. So now we will already push the exponent out. You already got that exponent there. So that format is already there. So you are going to set everything nicely. So you arrange, now it's all about arranging. Your algebraic skill will come in, and then voila, and don't forget to write shown. Okay, don't forget to write shown. Then we will go to the next part of the question. Find the time taken for its temperature to reach 35. Okay, so you have to make sure, all right? Oh, thank you for sharing. All right, thank you. Wonderful. Right, it is very hard to type all this. That's why I want more people to see. I hope you all can share and let people know Teacher Im is online now. Okay, so I don't want the lesson to go to waste. All right, all this effort of typing this takes a long time. You all actually did your what you got pembentangan for project paper. You know it's not easy to type all these slides, right? I know you know. All right, so set in, put in the numbers, and then there you go. All right, you have your theta, and then you will put in the theta over there, and you will calculate, and I will move on. Okay, so these are all basic, so you just put in and then you calculate your t. I don't need to explain all this in details. You calculate your t. What I want to remind you all is, because they already mentioned t is time in minutes, so then when you answer the question for the you answer the question. Okay, I didn't answer the question because my slides, I want to minimize the typing. Find the time. So you answer the time taken for the temperature to reach 35 Celsius is 5.114 minutes. Why I have to put the unit there? Because the unit is stated inside the question. Time in minutes. So I have to answer the question in minutes. Not only that, I also have to put my answer in 4 significant feature. If the question say in how many decimal places, you have to follow. If they didn't mention, let your answer be 4 significant feature. Please remember that. Okay, if not, you buta-buta hilang markah. All right, you will lose your marks at places that you don't even imagine will happen. So remember, units must be in, answer must be 4 significant feature, except if the question say 2 decimal places, then you follow the question. Okay, unit must be in. All right, let's move on. Question 2. Any question?
Teacher Im,
Yes.
can we announce the second digit code?
Yes, wonderful.
Okay.
Go on.
So the second digit code is number 8. Okay, number 8.
Okay, number 8.
Continue.
All right. So in the second type of question, I already arranged so that the second type of question, the equation is given. The equation is given. They also ask you to prove something. But unfortunately, in this question number 2, no information. All right. In this question number 2, the information is not there. Okay, the information is not there. When the information is not there, then when you read the question, you have to make sure you abstract, you try to get the what are the details that you need for the information. For example, it is saying decay, or is it saying boiling the water, the temperature increase? So you have to take the details. Okay, where to get the details? Well, it's always inside the info, inside the question. And what details do you need? What are the details? You can check my PDF. Inside the PDF, I have notes this time. Okay, inside the notes, I already explained some of the information you get from the question are, for example, decaying. All right, decaying means the thing is decreasing. So all this information I'm not going to explain one by one, but I will explain what is given inside the question. You can check out the PDF where I already made the notes very clear so that you can see and highlight by yourself. Okay, I didn't highlight, but I did make it darker. The information that you need, that you can create from the question. Okay, let's see what this question say. They gave you an equation. They say an object fall from rest into a liquid and the velocity are given with this equation. All right. They also mentioned the velocity is v. So you see when I start the time, I didn't let anything because it is given inside the question. The velocity is v. Okay, thank you, Cikgu Faiza. Okay, wonderful to see you here. That Cikgu Faiza, if you all see Cikgu Faiza, go and click on her name. You will bring you to the channel where she is the bio leader. Okay, you can find playlist for biology inside Cikgu Faiza's channel. All right. Now, after you have this object, the equation, you need to see, okay, the leading one is dv, so you know all your v should be on the left-hand side and your t should be on the right-hand side. I think before I continue, I will let Cikgu Zana play the advertisement because I don't want to talk halfway and then the advertisement is out. Cikgu Zana, can you play the advertisement first? Then I will continue with question number 2.
Berita baik untuk semua. Kini Akademi YouTuber memperkenalkan sistem mata ganjaran kredit AYU untuk dikumpul. Jom ikuti kelas tuition live AYU untuk mengumpul kredit AYU dan berpeluang menebus hadiah-hadiah yang menarik. Hadiah bernilai lebih RM10,000 disediakan secara percuma untuk pelajar seluruh Malaysia. Apa tunggu lagi? Tebus ganjaran hebat ini sekarang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com untuk maklumat lanjut.
Okay, so now we have this dv over dt, right, already set in. You know already all the v should go to the left-hand side and all the t should go to the right-hand side. But what are the unknowns? Okay, here are the details where they gave, where g and z are positive constants. So you know those are constants, those are numbers, all right? So whatever you see here, you will notice that the g and the v, the g and the z are numbers. So we know the unknowns should be set in the proper way. Okay, so I will set in the dv are the unknown, the t are the unknown. So I will combine. Last week I already mentioned, last 2 weeks I already mentioned, you see fraction, you combine it first. Once you combine it, then you bring it over. Okay, so I bring whole thing, all because my g and the z are constant, so those are the unknown, the v, so it belongs to my dv. So t, there's only one element, so I can integrate. So now I have to decide, how am I going to integrate this? So just now I already told you, you need to do a lot of correct decision because in this application solving problems in real life, okay, you need to make the correct decision. Which integration? What are the constant? Where I want to put my unknown? What equation? Should I move it to the left, move it to the right? Everything you have to decide carefully. Okay, like I say, one decision, one step you make wrong, it either will make your answer wrong or it will make your working longer. Okay, it's not that it has to be wrong, but your working might go longer. All right, so I have to decide what integration should I do. So for this question, I'm going to carry on. You know already, when you differentiate this denominator, okay, you will get negative 2z because z is a constant. It is mentioned inside the question. Z is the constant. So I have to make sure I will put the constant there, negative 2z. So I will divide it again to make sure. So I just kind of adjusted my equation, my integration, so that it will become an easier for me to integrate. So I adjust it so that I can use ln to integrate this thing. Okay, so there you are. Because why I know it's ln? Because here I have an exponent. So it has to come from something with ln. So that's why I change this into something that I can integrate with ln, and so that I can use it in my answer to prove later. Okay? So I will move on. This one, I read to adjust. So look at my element here, negative 2z. So I only have negative 2z here. And then I have my t on the right-hand side. So I'm going to move it over. But the problem is, how am I to solve my c? What is the clue word that can help me solve this constant c? Can anybody tell me? Can you tell me? From all these details over here, what are the keywords that I can use to solve my C? I don't have any numbers there. I don't have any values that I can use to, like inside question number 1, all the numbers are there. I just apply, and I can find all my constant. But in this question, there's no. They only gave you an equation. They tell you G and Z are constant. Then they expect you to answer the question. Where are the keywords? Can anybody find it? What are the keywords that I can use here to solve this question? Can anybody answer? Falls from rest. Young, good. Lim Hui Hung, very good. Okay.
Jackie also, Jackie.
Jackie also, yes. Okay, let's see BW. No, well, we are not going to do general solution for this question, not yet, because I want to clear away. Okay, so a lot of people notice. Yes, yeah. Falls from rest. That is the keyword. Very good. All of you are wonderful, wonderful. Falls from rest means what? The keyword is fall from rest. But what does it mean? Okay? What does it mean? So it means that it starts from 0. When time is 0, the velocity is 0. That's the meaning from rest. Means there's no velocity at all. Okay? There's no velocity at all. Starts from rest. So I will put in, and then I will calculate the C. Okay? So no worries. We will continue from here. We will calculate our C. So let's calculate, and we get the C in a lot of in a big chunk like that. So no worries. We are going to put it into our yes, Sichuan Chan Si Xuan. Very good. Okay, Chan Xuan. Very good. That's correct. The T is 0. The V is 0. That means it falls from rest. Very good. Okay, so we continue. Set in everything. We put everything together. Then we try to solve the question. We want it to be in the format of V squared. Okay? We want it to be in the format of V squared. So again, we have to decide whether we want to shift what we want to shift. So I maintain, you see how I maintain I try to get the T to have negative, because you look at the question, the T actually has a negative. So I try to arrange so that my T already have the negative. So you have to make decision. Okay, and then I will put it again. I'm going to use the properties, and then I need my 2z. So I factorize the 1 over 2z out. Okay, then here I have the minus, and then I will put it in the form of ln. Okay, I put it in the form of ln. I use the properties of ln again, and then I will pull my 2z up. Okay, so I can see the pattern is there already. So I already set. You have to decide how you set all the element. So I set already. So I want the exponent. So I will pull the ln exponent over. Okay, so the ln bring over. Once I get that, then I try to arrange to what I want. Okay, so I arrange everything, and then voila, the answer come out. So your decision have to be very precise on how you create each of the answer. You will need to you have to refer back to the question to get what you want. Okay, so now we already proven this. Let's answer. Determine the limiting velocity of the object. What does it mean? Question mark. What does it mean? Okay, so now you have to imagine. Because this question say an object fall from rest into a liquid. So you have to imagine you have a bottle or a tank or something, and then there is liquid inside there, okay? And then liquid physics teacher will know liquid have what? You will, when you drop something into a liquid, it has what? Cikgu Rosmaya, can you help me with this? We math teacher, we don't know what is it, but physics teacher, they know. Rintangan, what we call that in English?
Resistance in English. Resistance.
Yeah, that is resistance. So you imagine, thank you, Cikgu Maya. I lost the word. I know it's rintangan, but yeah, resistance. So when you drop, because I teach physics when it is in BM, so I can remember the VM terms. I cannot remember the English term. Okay, so when you drop something into liquid, there is resistance. Okay, there is resistance. So when there is resistance, the liquid, the whenever it comes in, the velocity will be fast at first, but slowly it will be reduced. Okay, slowly it will reduce. But we are not talking about maximum or minimum here. They say determine the limiting velocity of this. Means they are asking you as you imagine, okay, Young, very good. See, they know the terms for physics. All right, so when you drop the thing, you won't know when it will stop. Okay, so you just imagine the liquid is unlimited like that lah. Okay, the liquid is let's say the liquid is the seawater, so it will drop, the item will drop inside here. They didn't mention, so you have to use your imagination. A lot of this type of stories question, you have to use your imagination. Okay, so you will imagine it dropping into the liquid, and you don't even know the time, because now we have here the T, the time. We have G, the gravity, I assume. Okay, and then the Z. They didn't mention what they are. Okay, they just tell you they are constant. So we have the Z there. We have the T, which is the time. V is the velocity. We can't do much because there's no information here for you. But they say limiting velocity means it is taking so slowly, and we don't even know when it will stop. Okay, you just imagine the thing falling down, and slowly the velocity goes away. So now they say, what is the velocity? So what you are going to do is just use that statement that they gave you, and you put in T as infinity, because you don't know when it is going to stop. Okay, the element, the object will fall down into the water, and it might be, they didn't even mention the resistance of the liquid, but you have to imagine. And they didn't even say that the liquid is very thick or very thin. If the liquid is very thin, then the object will fall down, straight away already reach the bottom. But if the liquid is very thick, and the thing that you drop in is small or big, and maybe the resistance is very slow. So we have no idea about that. So we'll treat it as a time as infinity. Then we put it in. We put it in this part over here. Because why time only have this one here? Nothing else, because they didn't say G is gravity. They didn't mention, they just say G and Z are constant. We don't even know what is the constant. Okay? Yes. Chan Shi Yuan, correct. Time becomes an infinity because we don't know. A lot of information is not, but we know as the thing drop into the liquid, it becomes, you imagine it drops down slowly, and we don't know when it stops. Okay? So, can you tell me what is this answer? If time become infinity, what will happen to this part over here? Anybody you can use your calculator and you just type in, just imagine a very, very big number, put inside there, exponent to the imagine what will happen to this number over here. Anybody can imagine? Don't worry, if I cannot finish all 6 questions, I will make video for the rest of the question, so you can check it out after the class. Okay, so don't worry about that. I'm not going to rush through. I'm not going to go through the answer so fast until you don't understand what is the explanation of the story. Okay, can anybody tell me, if this one is negative means it's 1 over. So you imagine 1 over this number, what will happen? What will happen to this answer? Okay, Cikgu Shafiq say is 0. Very good. Anybody else want to try? What will happen to the answer? You just imagine 1 over a very, I don't know, it might be a big number, it might be a small number, but it is an infinity number. And Z is a constant, means it's like 1 over an infinity number. It will transform into 0. Very good. Okay, very good. You all are getting it. Very, very good. Right. Means all the limit classes that we had, all your teacher teach you all got it. Very good. Okay, now we know that this part is 0. Then we fill it in. V squared is equals to G over Z. We don't know what is G. We don't know what is Z, but we know it is a constant. So we calculate and we get our answer. Okay, we get our answer. That's our answer. And our answer must have a unit. Why? Because it is given. Velocity is given here, meter per second. So when you answer the time, although you don't know, although you do not know, okay, what is this part over here, but you still have to imagine there's answer there. Okay, so voila, I'm done with question 2. That is your final answer for the last part. Okay? Okay, so this is second type of question where they give you the equation, but they did not give you any information. A lot of information comes from your knowledge when you study your physics. Then you say, teacher, I never study. I'm a bio student. I don't study physics. Well, that's my PDF. What's my PDF for? Okay, I already list out all the things that you need to know that came out before in the exam, and all the details are there. You need to read through. Okay, because but I think resistance you learn in Form 5. Okay, rintangan untuk molecule you learn in your Form 5. So it use your Form 5 physics knowledge. Okay, so second question done. Let's go for the third question. Okay, as kind of, yes.
Before we start question 3, can we announce the third digit code?
Yes.
So the third digit code is number 1. Okay, number 1.
Okay, the third digit code is number 1. Okay, I repeat again, no need to worry. I know this is only question 3 and the time is almost over, but I need to get all the information to you as much as possible. So I'm going slow. If I explain too fast, you don't understand, it's also a waste, okay, of our tuition class. Although it's free, but I want you to understand 100%. Okay, next type of question is this one. This is a chemistry question. Many chemical reaction follows the law which states that the velocity of the reaction is proportional, blah, 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 all information. Okay? A long story, read it at least twice. Just now I mentioned already. Tiny skinny weeny information are given. Okay? And final question, find the amount left after 5 minutes. All this information are already there. Okay, all this information are already there. Like usual, they give you a question, they give you something to arrange, so you just look at dx over dt, so you know your x supposed to be on the left hand side, your t is supposed to be on the right hand side. K is constant, you must know which one are constants, which one are number, which one is unknown. All information inside here, you can read it yourself. Okay, now we set in and then we got something like this. Okay, we get something like this and then we have to integrate already. So we integrate it, of course, you need to do a little bit of adjustment because you differentiate this, you get -1. I have 1 only, so I kind of adjust. Okay, this time I didn't change color. So I adjusted it and I get something like this. Once I get this, I need to integrate and my lawn will come out. Okay, my lawn will come out. This question didn't ask you to prove, so you have to make sure you make the correct decision. Question 1 and 2, the answer is already there. The equation that you want to create, you just have to make sure you arrange it carefully to get the answer. But this question, nope, you don't have the answer there, but they give you the information. So they will take some away, they will add some in. If you are lucky, you get question number 1, all the informations are there. If you are not lucky, you get question number 2, where no information are given, only the equation are given. So it depends on the question. So you have to try to be able to absorb all kind of information. All right, so I'm going to get this in. Okay, after I integrate, I move the index up, and this will be it. And then this question, I have to let A. Okay, I have to let A because I need to combine. I need to get rid of the lawn, so I have this lawn A. So you see how much of decision you have to make for each of the question. Question number 1 different, question number 2 different, question number 3 is different. So when you do solving question, it is all about the practice. You need to know all the information and you need to practice because each of the question have different kick. Each question have different kick. So this one you have to let lawn A. So I put in the lawn because I want to bring it over and I need to set it in nicely. Okay, I have my lawn minus A, then I set it in nicely and I push it over to get my exponent. Okay, so I'm going to get the exponent. The exponent is out because this question, they didn't ask you to prove. So you do not know what is the general solution. Previous question, they ask you to prove. That's why I don't need to do all this. I don't need to create the general solution out. Okay, because I just adjust, follow the proving that they gave me. But this question, there's nothing for you to refer, so you go back to basic. You go for the general solution, then you go to the the particular solution. Okay, so see the difference in the question, right? Okay, the information given, not given, you have to do follow, but they give you something to prove. So you know the information and you can set in. Like this one, you don't have a guideline. So you have to follow the general solution, the particular solution to create your question. Okay, you see what I'm doing here, right? So I'm creating a general solution and then I put in. But I don't need to create a perfect general solution. You know, the dx, you don't need to get until your x, but you at least get out something so that you can put in the information. So t is 0. How I know t is 0? Because the original concentration is they set from the original. Okay, so t equals to 0, a equals to 10, x equals to 0. All the information are there. Okay. From there, I will apply and I will get my information and then I put back to get this equation. Then I will put in again t equals to 2 after x equals to 4. That's from this part of the information. Okay. The time is 2 minutes. A is 10 and then x is 4. Again, I will save it in and then I will try to get the unknown into an equation. Yes. This one, I can press calculator. Okay, I don't need to rearrange it nicely. I straight away press calculator because there's no proving to do. So I just carry on with the information that I need. Once that is done, I will put it back into my equation. So there is it, nicely put inside the equation. Then I can use to answer, find the amount left in 5 minutes. So I will put it in. A is still 10. Find all the information. Then I press calculator, rearrange, press calculator, and I answer the question nicely. Okay, in 5 minutes time, I answer the question. Okay, make sure you answer what is needed inside the question. All right, so I have to get the information minus, then only I get my information. So do this very, very carefully so that you don't lose any marks. Do I need to put any unit here? Well, inside this question, the amount left after 5 minutes, it is an amount. They didn't give any unit for that, so you can leave it out. Okay, so look at the question, digest the question nicely, highlight if you can the information so that you don't miss any marks. So for this one, there's no need unit. If you accidentally put a unit here, they might minus your marks. Okay, this is done. Any question? Is there any question from the students or everybody? If you don't understand, please ask. If you see I put in something or I write in something that you don't understand, please ask. Okay? Any question? No? Is
No.
there? If you all got no question or got question, you can respond in the chat box so that I can explain to you. Because these are very tedious things. Okay? I am not going to rush until I finish all the question, but it is very tedious. So if you don't understand, do ask me. Do ask. I don't bite. Okay? All right. If no question, I will continue. Yes or no question, or you don't understand, please tell. Right, question number 4. Question number 4 is a type of question where if they don't give you the clue, you are supposed to know the equation also. Okay, how to know? Of course, it is from the PDF that I gave you. The notes are all there inside your textbook. Okay, you have to know. Although it's physics. Okay, this question is physics question. Is about electrical circuit. Okay, a series of circuit has an inductance of 1/2 Harry. Then you say, Harry is my boyfriend. Okay, no. All right, it is a unit. That is a unit over there. Okay, thank you. Right, so it is a unit over there, and the resistance is 200 ohm. Okay, 200 ohm. They gave you in the unit form. They gave you the information, but they did not give you the formula. So the formula, I gave a clue there. The clue is this one. Okay, so where to get the formula is inside the PDF. You can memorize it. If you are lucky, the clue will be given inside the Stpm question paper. Okay, so with the clue, they give you in the form of equation, right? Find the IT, so that is the I that is inside the formula, and then what happened if the T become infinity. So for this question, we need to slowly digest and create the differential equation. Why? Because the differential equation is not given inside this question. Okay, so it depends on the question of your STPM question. They might give you information only, like this question, they give you a lot of information, but they did not give you an equation. Okay, so from the physics knowledge, you have the equation. If you don't know, then too bad. If you are lucky, they will give you a clue like this. Okay, if you are lucky, they give you a clue. If not, you have to memorize. Even if you are a bio student, yes. Even if you are a bio student, you also have to know some of the basic physics equation. Okay, so I will move on by applying all the information. So given that all the information, the L, the R, the E, okay, all is given inside the information. So I will drop it in and I will have and see what are the unknown. So do you see the DIDT here? That is where my differential equation comes out. Okay, so I just adjust everything. I rearrange everything nicely so that I can create my differential equation. Can you see what format this differential equation is? See, they don't give you the equation, they gave you a clue if you are lucky. If not, this one you need to memorize. They gave you the information, and then from the information, you can actually see the differential equation come out. Then, what format is this? What do you need to solve it? Okay, so you remember already, inside our previous class, we talked about a lot of different format. Okay, not, I think 6 months ago during your senior, I have a class where I talk about the different format of differential equation. So what format is this? Last week I talked about this also, where and in my previous class. Okay, what do you think this is? Can you? Exam is like so near, it's just like few days, a few months, a month, and so you need to know. Once you reach this format, what is it? You see your differential equation and you can't arrange it to what we just do for question 1, 2, 3. You see a plus, you see something unknown there, and then you see a number. What format is this actually? Anybody? What type of differential equation is this? What format is this? Is this homogeneous? Yes, we did talk about homogeneous. Is this linear? Is this first derivative? What type is this? First order? Okay, first order. Yeah, great. First order. If first order, then what will happen? I can't change this to di because you see my di is here, my I is here. So this is a first order differential equation. Yes, somebody give the keyword already. We need to do integrating factor. Wonderful students I have here today. I'm so happy. Okay, good students. We are going to need our integrating factor. Okay, so I'm going to compare it. This is actually the format of the first, the linear differential equation, which I need to use this format to compare to get my PT. Okay, means I will need some information to get before I can go for my integrating factor. You all are wonderful, wonderful students. Yes, you need integrating factor. So I will put in and I will set in my integrating factor. I hope you all remember last week I do step by step for integrating factor, but this week I don't go step by step because last week I already did. Okay, so we will go 2 weeks ago. So I will set in the integrating factor. Wonderful. All my students are tip top today. You are ready for exam. Okay, very good. Right, so you prepare the integrating factor and then you will go and set into d over the integrating factor multiplied by the whole equation, and then you will set it into the I format because you know already, because find the current IT, right? This is current and this IT is in the format of the unit is Henry. All right, so you will set it in for integrating and you will try to integrate that, okay, using the integrating factor format equation and set in everything nicely, and then voila, integrating is done. Okay, now the information have to come in to help you get your current IT. All right, so I will put in, what are the clues given? Is there any place inside the question where is the clue? What are the words that can help you clear this C away? Okay, can you find that? Since I have been excellent from the beginning, although I'm going to stop at this question. Okay, I'm just going to stop, and the rest of the question, don't worry, I will prepare the video and it will come out very fast. Okay, maybe tomorrow it will be out and you can check the rest of the answer. No need to rush. What is the keyword? Come on, help me out. Where are the keywords? Anybody? Since you all are so good already, where is the keyword for me to solve this C? Anybody? 6 o'clock already. My time is out. Somebody is using the StreamYard. Anybody? Yeah, very good, Shui. The initial current is 0. Okay, the keyword is there. The initial current is 0. Wonderful students today. The initial current is 0. So T is 0. The initial current means the I is 0. I can use that to calculate and get the C. Right? So now that I got my C already, I will put back into the equation and then I will try to solve this question. What happens if the current T is moving to infinity? Well, T is moving to infinity, same like just now already. Remember just now we discussed already, this part over here will become 0 and then the answer is 1. When the time is infinity, my current transform to 1. Answer the question, current becomes 1 ampere. Voila, I'm done. Finish. Yay. Okay, so don't worry, the rest of the question, I will get it out into video form and give it to you all by tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Okay, you can try the question first. For you, those who just got the PDF, you try the question. So when my video is out, you just need to check your answer. Okay, thank you so much. Back to you. Bye. Don't worry, this I will give you in videos. 2 more questions. Okay, see you. Oops. 1 ampere. All right, bye. Thank you. Thank you for being so responsive today. Wonderful students. Okay, thank you. Back to you, Panzana.
Madam Rosmaya.
Oh, Master
Moderator.
Rosmaya, sorry. Yeah, Madam Rosmaya.
Okay,
Thank
so with God's grace, we have reached the end of today's session. Okay, congratulations to those who are able to follow our session from the beginning till the end. So before we end our session for today, okay, I will announce the last digit code for the credit claim. Okay, so the digit is number 6. Okay, the digit is number 6. Okay, so all of you, please stop posting your comments for a while. And if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, okay, please do so. Make sure it turns to grey color, not the red color, okay? And activate the icon bell so that you will not miss the next class session. Okay, then if you find that the lesson was beneficial, click like and share to your friends on your social media. Spread and share the goodness. So once completed, type down in the chat box before the certificate link is given as a token of thank you for your dedication in joining the free class, the free online class today. Okay, link for the certificate and link to claim credit are already given in the chat box. Okay. So please take note, the link will end half an hour after this live. Make sure to use the EDD email only to log in. Okay, if incorrect email used will not be entertained. So if you haven't got one, please apply. The link to apply the EDD email is also given in the chat box. Okay, so if you wish to get more information on the online classes, go to www.academyyoutuber.com. And to those who haven't joined EDD Junior Telegram, please do so. So once again, I would like to thank all of the students for joining today. Okay, remember that the more classes you join, the more credit you can claim. So feel free to share this free tuition class to your friends and teachers all over Malaysia. This is a collective effort from all the teachers throughout Malaysia, for all the students throughout the country. So thank you too for being a YouTuber Academy supporter too. So I think that's all for now. See you in another session. Ingat hashtag bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Assalamualaikum. Stay safe. Till we meet again next week, same day, same time on Saturday at 5 p.m. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda. Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma. Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.